Welcome back to my next playthrough series. This time we're going to be doing something a little bit older, a little bit sillier, more of a family game, lighter game. Still relatively fun to play. It's called Jurassic Park 3 Island Survival Game. And the gist of this game is there are six survivors. Basically Jurassic Park 3 or Jurassic 3 movie in a board game. But like I said, very light, Milton Bradley style. It is by Milton Bradley. So we have six survivors. They are trying to get to the beach, to the helicopter, and get away. Only one will win. One survivor can get off the island. The rest are going to get eaten. We have a bunch of dinosaurs on the board. Of course, plastic dinosaur miniatures. Really cool. We have three raptors here. We have a Spinosaurus here. The T-Rex over there, some pteranodons over here, and you can only see about half the board. There's another Spinosaurus here. The board is very big. I will show you the other half in a moment. So basically, I'm going to be simulating a four-player game. In this game, one player plays the dinosaurs, and the other players will play the survivors. And when you're doing a four-player game, there are pairs of survivors that each player character or each person playing the game will play. So I have teams here. I have Billy and Udesky as one team for one player. We have Amanda and Paul for another player, and Alan and Nash. So how the game basically works is you start with the players. They go first, and I've decided that Alan and Ash go first, then Paul, Amanda, then Udesky, Billy. And you alternate between players and the dinosaurs. So what's going to happen is, to start the game, Alan and Nash are going to go first. And they basically roll this die. This is their movement die. So we can have he can choose one of his two characters to move either 4 spaces, 1 or 2, or 3 as a group, which means you can take yourself or as many other survivors in that space that you want and move them. And we'll see how that works in the game. Then after that, the dinosaur player is going to go, and they have a die as well. And they can move dinosaurs according to what they roll on this. They have a 1-all, which means all dinosaurs can move. And how dinosaur movement works is you'll see different colors here. You've got a green section, we have a brown section. So the green section, jaw to jaw section. We have raptor rumble in the brown. We have a sandier colored one here with the pteranodons. We have a blue section here with one Spinosaurus. And over here where you can't see it is the gray beach section with some more pteranodons, which I'm probably mispronouncing. Sorry about that. They're the flying pterodactyl looking things. All right. So that's basically how it works. So it's just going to go players, dinosaur, players, dinosaur. How dinosaurs get to attack players is if at the end of the dinosaur rolling turn, there's a dinosaur with a character in the same space. They're going to be rolling for attack. And there's 2 attack dice. The green one is for the survivors running away, and the orange one here is for the attacking dinosaurs. And there's a bunch of rules, and we'll get into them. There's a 1 Spino. The Spinosaurus, which are these guys, is attacking a survivor, and they do not roll an escape on their die here. There's basically 3 sides have escape, and 3 just have the Jurassic 3 symbol on it. Then the Spinosaurus eats them. It's instant kill. Otherwise, there's like 1s and 2s and whatever. So that's, well, you'll see how it happens as we get into the game. So not an overly complex game. There are some cards in the game. I'll just tilt up a little bit here. Each section of the board has 6 cards, and they have different effects. So if a player lands on a draw card space, so if it lands in draw card space in the green area here, you're going to be drawing 1 green card. And they have different effects, and they tell you to do different things. And so each of the sections has a draw card space, and when you roll your dice for movement, as a player, if you roll a 4, you can move up to 4. You don't have to move the exact number. So if you just want to move 2 spaces and draw a card, you can do it. If you want to move 3, you want to move 4, you don't want to move at all, it's up to you. And let's just go quickly to the other end of the board, explain a couple other things, and then I think we're just going to get into it and see what happens. Okay, so this is basically the other half of the board, and There are these little cardboard tokens or chits you get with the game, and you're supposed to have so many of them representing the players' lives. But they basically have, when you're playing a 4-player game, each character has basically 6 hit points. So I'm just using some 6-sided dice that I have to represent their hit points. There's also Eric here, who is somewhere out on the board and may be found. If he is found, he will join the team of the person that found him and then enter the game at that point. But right now he's out here hiding somewhere in the island. So this is the other half of the board. So basically we saw the Spinos, it's called Spinos Revenge area here, the blue, and when you get to the sandy beach area here, the idea is to get here, get a player to get to this area to draw a card, one of those cards up in this section here. These cards here, the 6 cards, 2 of the 6 cards are basically you're rescued by the helicopter. Of course, in the meantime, all the dinosaurs are trying to eat you. So it's a kind of a race against time. There's some luck, of course, with the dice rolling. There's some luck with the card draws. And so that's, in a nutshell, basically it. I think it's probably easier to just see how the game works by starting. So let's go ahead and do a few turns for this introductory first episode. And we'll take it from there. So let's go back to our starting area. We're going to start, of course, our first team is Alan and Nash. They're going to roll to move, and away we go. Okay, so I zoomed down a bit here because we're getting a little bit closer to the action. So up first, Alan and Nash. So they get to roll, of course, the 1 green die, and we're going to see how far they get to move. Oh, and I should mention dinosaur movement. Dinosaurs can only move in those sections that have survivors in them. So right now, the only dinosaurs that can move are the T-Rex at the top of the board and the Spinosaurus. The raptors can't move because there are no characters in here. So that's how the dinosaurs are limited to their movement. All right. So Alan and Nash roll 3 group. So if they want to be nice, they can take everyone with them and move 3 spaces. Or they can just, one person can go 3, Alan or Nash, or any combination basically with 3 group. But Alan and Nash have to move, and they can move up to 3. They do not have to move 3. And so I think they're going to be, they're going to be nice. They're going to take everybody. So they're going to go ahead. So Alan and Nash here are up first, but they're going to take the entire group and move 3. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So everybody is going to move up to this space. So already making good headway. Big run for the exit, or for the beach. Well, of course, only one of them is going to make it out onto the beach. All right, so that's that. And as simple as that goes, now it is time for the dinosaurs to move. And of course, the only dinosaurs that can move is, like I said, the Spikysaurus here and the T-Rex. And they roll a 3. And I think we're going to leave T-Rex where he is, and we're going to move the Spinosaurus here 3, so 1, 2, 3. So he's trying to get up to this group. All right, let me just readjust the camera a little bit. Up, the next group is Paul and Amanda. All right, so Paul and Amanda here in the middle, and they're going to roll a die for their movement. So let's see how far they can move. And they also get 3 group. Wow, we are on the run. We could get clear out of this area if we want. And I think what we're going to do, again, we're going to move the whole group. Everyone's being nice at this point. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 up to this space. And so, wow. This could be a short game. Anyway, but they're not quite in the brown yet, so the raptors are not allowed to move. So now it's up to the dinosaur player to roll the dice, or the die. Rolls a 3, and yeah, we're kind of in trouble here. We're going to move, I think, well, I don't know. I think we might move the T-Rex this time. He's right at the top here. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So he's coming around the corner to try to get to our group. Once again, I'll readjust the camera. We're going to do Udesky and Billy. Okay, it is time now for Billy and Udesky in the center there. They're going to roll the die and see what they get for movement. They get a 1. All right, something different. So this time, either Billy or Udesky can move 1 space and 1 space only. And I think Udesky is going to leave Billy behind. He's going to move into the brown section here, the Raptor Rumble. And that's it. So now the dinosaur gets to roll the die. This time the Raptors can move. So it rolls a 3. And I'll just readjust the camera here and we'll get something moving 3. Okay, I've zoomed out a little bit here. Now we have a choice as the dinosaur player. We can have this Raptor here, 1, 2, 3, make it all the way to Udesky, since he came into the Raptor zone, or we can move the T-Rex a lot closer, 1, 2, 3. But I think we are in fact going to move this Raptor 1, 2, 3, and this Raptor is now going to attack Udesky. So again, we're going to need to do an attack roll. So that's basically the end of the dinosaur turn, but we have a dinosaur in a spot with a survivor. So I'm going to go to the dice tray. We're going to roll that attack and see what happens. So we're going to have an attack happening here. Again, we roll both dice. And what do we get? All right, what we get here is we have just a straight Jurassic symbol, so he does not roll an escape, so he doesn't escape the Raptor. The Raptor is only going to do him 1 damage, though, and that was Udesky. So here's Udesky's little die marker, and we're going to move him from 6 down to 5 hit points. Of course, the dinosaur player wins if the dinosaur player destroys all of the escapees before one of them can escape. All right, that was the dinosaur player's turn. Up next is Alan and Nash. Okay, so Alan and Nash at the back here. The groups moved pretty far, but the Raptors are on the move now. And one of them gets to sprint 4 spaces. So either Alan or Nash can move 4 spaces. And you can move through dinosaurs. That's not a problem. And I think we're going to have Nash go for a dash here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, but he's going to stop here on draw a card. So we're going to draw a card for this section, and he gets roll again. If you arrived here by escaping a dino, draw again. Well, he didn't arrive here by escaping a dino. He arrived here by a straight roll, so he does not get to roll again, and there he is. So now it is the dinosaur's turn to roll. And let's go ahead and do that. So the dinosaurs roll a 1. And I think we're going to move the... Oh, sorry, you can't really see here. Let me just readjust the camera. One dinosaur gets to move 1 space. Oh, and I should say dinosaurs can't cross zones. So the Raptors cannot leave this area and go over here. It's also one of the stipulations of the game. So let me readjust. We're going to move 1 dinosaur, 1 space. Okay, I think we're going to keep moving the T-Rex up here. He's going to move 1 space to there. We've already got the Raptor sitting here with Udesky, so there's going to be another attack. Basically, at the end of every dinosaur turn, if there's a dinosaur in the same space as a survivor, there is an attack. So up again is an attack against Udesky from that Raptor. Let's go see what happens this time. Once again, we're going to have Udesky attacked by the Raptor. Oh, this time he does not escape, and he takes 2 damage. So he's right here. I guess I can move this up so we can see. He's down there. Udesky's going to take 2 more damage, so he's going to go from 5 to 3. So he's not having a good time there in the Raptor zone. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of more turns there, and I think the video will be long enough to get an idea how it plays. So let's keep going. Up next is going to be Phil and Amanda. Or sorry, Paul and Amanda. So Paul and Amanda are right at the front here, and they get to roll die, see what's going to happen here. And they roll a 2. And so by rolling a 2... one of them gets to go 2 spaces. So let's take Amanda here, and she's going to go 2 spaces. 1, 2. So she moves through the Raptor, heading in the same direction as Nash. But now, of course, it's time for the dinosaurs, and they roll another 1. Well, T-Rex is going to stomp along here. He's getting closer to the 3 that are still in this area. And yes, once again, Udesky still in the zone with the raptor, we have to have another fight. Well, is Udesky going to be lucky this time and get to escape or not? I don't know. Well, okay, this time he does roll a 3 escape. So what that means is he gets to move 3 spaces to get away from that raptor. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, Udesky's had enough of being eaten by this raptor. He's on the move. He gets to move 3 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to go past the draw card and go right here to this space just to get as far away as he can, so he can not get chewed on next time. Well, all right, that's it for Udesky running away. It is now Billy's and Udesky's turn, so they're going to roll to move, and they roll a 3 group. 3 group. Now, do they want to be nice, or do they not want to be nice? I think Billy and Udesky want to win, so they could leave Paul and Alan behind. And I think they're going to do that. They're going to be rotten. And let's see. Yeah, Billy's just going to go ahead. He's just going to move by himself. And he gets to go 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 up here with Nash, which means he gets to draw a card. So he draws a card, and he gets Coast is clear. Move any character behind you to this space. So he can move any character that's behind him to that space. And he likes Amanda, so he's going to take Amanda, who's behind him, and move her to that space. And that is going to be the end of that. I think we're going to do one more dinosaur activation right here. And then we're going to call it... going to call it a day, and that will be it. And you'll join me next time. All right, so the dinosaurs are going to move now. Dinosaur, whoops, rolled it just off camera. It was a 2. Okay, let me just zoom out here so we can move the dinosaurs. And the dinosaur that's going to move is, of course, the T-Rex. Is going to go 1, 2. And now the T-Rex is in the same spot as Alan and Paul. So Billy was rotten. He could have taken them with him, but didn't. Decided to head out on his own. And now we have the T-Rex. He's going to try to chew on Alan and then Paul. So let's go to the dice tray and roll some attacks. All right, so the first attack we're going to have is going to be against Alan. And Alan rolls a 2 escape. So we're going to have to go back and move him 2 away. He gets to escape. And then we'll come back after that and do the attack on Paul. All right, so Alan gets to escape 2, so he's going to go 1, 2. And he gets away from the T-Rex. But let's see what happens to Paul. All right, is Paul going to be as lucky? Let's find out. Paul is not as lucky. He gets chomped on once. And he's going to take 1 damage. So Paul is right here. He goes from 6 hit points down to 5. So just to recap a little bit here, I'm going to leave it off here for this video. So basically Alan and Nash doing well. They're at full hit points. They're going to be going up next in the game. Paul got hit for 1 and Amanda's still full at 6. And Udesky's been chewed on by that raptor quite a bit. He's down to 3 hit points. Billy's at 6. Let's go back to the board, have a quick look at it, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, things heating up. We have Paul being chewed on by the T-Rex. That would be hurting pretty much. We have Amanda, Nash, and Billy up there at the top. We have Alan, Udesky. They're all into the raptor zone. And we have 1 raptor here, pretty close to some of our survivors. And so that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos if you do. Join me next time for the continuation of Jurassic Park 3, the Island Survivor game. We'll find out if the dinosaurs are going to eat any of the survivors next episode, or they're going to get closer to the beach where one of them can possibly get in the helicopter and get away. All right, thanks so much for watching along, and join me next time.